Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Very interesting decision taken by Turkey, and I don't know if that would affect, I don't think it will affect the relationship between Russia and Turkey, but very interesting. Turkey denied entry of some military warships, if they're military, they're warships, right, of the Russian Federation into the Black Sea. And I wonder what the consequences are, and I wonder if Turkey denies other countries entry to the Bosphorus Straits into the Black Sea. They can do that under certain kind of justifications. And I think they can close, no, I know Turkey can close the straits if there's a military conflagration somewhere in the area, which it is. So let's see, this article comes from Ukrinform, and it is from today, the 7th of November 2022. This is the title: Two Russian warships denied entry into the Black Sea by Turkey, the media reports. Russian Pacific Fleet warships had been waiting for Turkey's permission to cross the Bosphorus into the Black Sea since early February, but Ankara never allowed them to enter. Since early February, so before the invasion, I could have stayed in the Mediterranean Sea and have the job done over there. The Varyag missile cruiser and the large anti-submarine ship Admiral Tributes of the Russian Pacific Fleet were spotted on yesterday, November 6th, in the Singapore Strait on the way back to their base in Vladivostok. You know where Vladivostok is, right? Is on the other side of the world. That's why it's the Pacific Fleet. According to Andriy Klyemenko, the chief of the Black Sea Strategic Research Institute's monitoring group, the Varyag and Admiral Tributes had been waiting for clearance in the Mediterranean since February 2nd, preparing to cross into Black Sea to attack Ukrainian territory. Well, you said it's anti-submarine. I don't think that has to do anything to do with Ukraine, since Ukraine doesn't have submarines as far as I know. I think they had one or something. I don't know if they still have or not. That's one thing. Maybe other submarines are lurking in the area, which I'm pretty sure they are. As Ukrinform reported earlier, early November, the USA and Turkey discussed cooperation within NATO in response to Putin's war in Ukraine. So obviously this was premeditated, but I know that Turkey closed its straits, I think it was in February, but why weren't they allowed to cross in early February, which was before the war started between United States and Russia on the territory of Ukraine? I'm going to keep saying that because that ultimately that's the reality. The rest is just smoke, smoke screen. Anyway, I know that is within the Turkey's prerogative to deny entrance warships during this kind of situations. But as I said, why didn't they allow these ships to cross before the thing occurred? I guess because it was a strategic move. Do not forget that Turkey, as independent as it tries to be, and it is very independent, I would say, still plays on the NATO team and on the Western countries team. But sometimes it just goes off script when it is about its territory and interests that are simply, selfish, which should be, because it's about your country, your people, not some people in Washington or Brussels. So we'll find out. These guys came here and then went back. I could maybe is more to this than these guys are telling us. since, as I said, it's very suspicious the fact that they didn't allow those ships to get in February before the 24th, because they said mid-February. So that's the first suspicious thing. And the second one, you come from the other side of the world, right? You come to here to the Black Sea or Mediterranean Sea, and these guys say, no, you can't pass. Well, on the other hand, for those ships to travel all that, it must have taken some weeks, I'm guessing. So if they left, let's say in January, sometime in January, probably the Bosphorus was open, or the strait was open for navigation for military ships. And I remember the Turks closing it. I can't remember the time. I think it was around that time, but I don't know if they closed it right after the 24th of February or after the 24th of February, when the military whatever operation started in Ukraine. It seems like they were waiting over there for what? Why are they going back now? I mean, you wait, what, 8-9 months to enter Black Sea, and you think these guys are going to allow you? Or you maybe your services are not needed anymore in the area. Which one is it? Well, we're going to find out, I guess. The fact is, these guys came here. Allegedly, they were not allowed to cross. I don't even know if they tried to cross or not. Or maybe they were over there just to prevent other situations to develop in the Mediterranean Sea. Remember, this is a Ukrainian news outlet, so is going to be steering everything towards certain kind of I don't know, opinions. And in this case, obviously, they want to tell us that the Russians had no power, which they didn't have power to make Turkey allow them to go through. I don't know if they tried to force, what would have happened. Probably would been shot at, and then something bigger would have occurred. I don't think the Russians needed those ones, but obviously if they traveled over there, it was a moment when Russia thought that they are necessary. As I said, the main point is, not the main point, but one of the main point is, what if those ships did not even want to cross into the Black Sea? What if their mission was in the Mediterranean Sea? And then the other thing is, why did they go back now? Why didn't they go back in March, April, May, blah, blah, blah? Why didn't they continue to stay here? I don't think they're needed in Vladivostok. So why don't they stay over there? Look what happens in Syria. But they are already in the whatever straits, Malaysia, whatever it was. So that's more than halfway back home, right? Or about. Do you think they're going to turn around for whatever happens in Syria or in Iran, possibly? I think Russia has enough. They have warships in Black Sea enough for the Ukrainians, because Ukrainians don't have anything. Even if the Americans provided the Ukrainians with some ships, boats, whatever they are, more like river boats, not sea boats. But it's good enough to conduct attacks around the coast if you need to. Go around the coast and do whatever you need to do. Not big ships, not cruise missile carriers or something like that. So they're back. We'll see. I think Russia has enough in the Mediterranean and in the Black Sea and the Sea of Azov. They have about 20-some warships over there with caliber missiles and others, and submarines, at least 6 in the Black Sea. So more than enough for nothing that the other guys have or don't have. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.